As I understand it, Rick Gates is about to conclude his really dramatic testimony. Is that right, David?
Right. He returns to the witness stand today for about another hour of cross-examination. He was on cross-examination for a couple of hours yesterday, where he answered a number of tough questions and admitted that he had had an extramarital affair funded by money that he stole from his boss, Paul Manafort, that he embezzled a great deal of money, although that amount is in dispute, and that he may have submitted false expenses to the Trump inaugural committee. Essentially, what Manafort's lawyer is trying to do is shred the credibility of Rick Gates, who's the star witness for special counsel Robert Mueller, and raise doubts in the minds of jurors about whether they can believe not only Rick Gates, but the allegations in general that have been raised by Mueller's prosecutors.
David, how strong is the prosecution's case if, in fact, the jury does not believe Mr. Gates?
The prosecution has entered a number of documents into evidence that suggest that Manafort, and with the help of Gates, took steps to hide his offshore accounts in Cyprus from U.S. tax authorities and lied to banks. And so they may have a decent case without the jury believing Gates, but if the jury does believe Gates, it will considerably strengthen their hand. I will say there's also other witnesses who have testified to corroborate documents that are in evidence. So the entire case doesn't hang on Gates, but if he holds up well in the eyes of the jury, then it would considerably help Mueller.
So, David, finally and briefly, this is all very interesting. Does it have anything at this point to do with President Trump? Has he come up at all?
President Trump's name has come up a couple of times. There's a banker, Steve Koch, who extended loans to Paul Manafort when Paul Manafort was really drowning in debt. And there was evidence that was introduced yesterday that Manafort wanted to help Koch go to the inauguration and to get a job in the Trump administration.